Welcome to One on One here on Metro Television. My guest is Kwame A-Plus. A-Plus is a politician, an entrepreneur, and a very outspoken musician. He's made a very interesting transition. Not many musicians successfully move from being a successful musician to a successful politician. How has he been able to manage this very hostile environment? There are some who also take him on for his utterances on issues. He says Ghana first, but at what price will he pay in ensuring that this country gets to where he envisions it to be? We'll have that conversation, and also we'll look at musicians talking politics. Is it a good thing? Do they have the tough skin or the thick skin to withstand the criticisms and insults that it comes with? We'll be back with more. Welcome back from that break. We have been joined by A-Plus, like I introduced him earlier. We'll be speaking to him about politics, entertainment, and when people say you should stick to your music, don't talk politics. Are they really overdoing it, or there's some meat to that statement? Kwame, thank you very much for joining me on One on One.
You are welcome, and I'm very happy to be here.
I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have you. So first of all, I want to start off from, I saw a news item that you have been slapped with 10 million CD defamation.
Yeah.
And it has to do with the 2020 elections. You made a statement. First of all, without discussing the details of the court case, because when things are before court, you don't want to talk so much about it. But how do you feel when you get such a letter of something you have said that has led you into that?
Oh, we can talk about it.
All right, go ahead.
I also saw it on social media.
Okay.
I've not been served. I don't know how far it is true. It's just that anywhere I see a court stamp, whether it is fake or it is true, I treat it with some level of importance.
Right.
And so I've not been served. I'm waiting to be served, so we can discuss. But
why did it make its way to the media if you haven't?
That is what they hope to achieve. Okay. Most people take me to court and they don't even follow the process. They don't even value the time of the court. They don't respect the judges. They just take A-Plus to court, they put it on social media, and they make. I mean, I'm in court every day. It's not even as if I have a choice. When you are being summoned before a judge, you have to go. And so I'm always there, but they don't come. They come today, tomorrow they won't come. All they are interested in is to make some noise on social media.
Then the intention is what? To get you to keep quiet, to get you not to talk. Why?
Yes,
why do they do that?
Yeah, in most cases, when they go to court, what they seek, the first remedy that they seek is an injunction to prevent me from talking. Okay. I don't know which judge in Ghana will say that you're a public officer and nobody should talk about you, especially when you have not been able to prove that what I'm saying is not true. You understand? If a judge grants that, I don't have an option. I respect it. I don't even know why somebody will sue a straw man.
When you say straw man, what do you mean?
You are looking for 10 million from me. You have to sell me to Oliver. You know Oliver, the guy who has been buying bottles.
Oh my God! In other words, if they sue you for 10 million, they are not going to get it.
Where are you going to get it from? You see, you have to be serious with this. Yes, you sue me for an amount. Ghana is, if you sue in this country for 10 million, the whole Ghana, Attorney General will go to court every day. We had to pay some 80 million. And we didn't pay, and then it went to arbitration, it went to water, and it went to 100 and something million. Even Ghana didn't want to pay 10 million, 18 million. You are suing me for people must get serious. This 10 million suit is because I'm attacking one guy, businessman, for many allegations that I think must be investigated, and I will go any length to bring the attention of the authorities. When Shatawale was arrested, he said something. He said, look, we have lived in this country, and all we say is that, spiritual matters, anybody can say anything and go free. I will go any length to make sure that something changes. And of course, it has changed. We are waiting for who will come and say who is going to die in 31st. You understand? Sure. So I will go any length to bring the attention of the authorities to this man and his issues.
The work that he's
doing.
Okay. So is there a point, I mean, how did you come to this point where you say it as it is, truth to power, as they say, fearless, regardless of the backlash or insult you receive? When did you get to that realization that, look, I have to take people on and this is the tangent I want to go?
When I saw that Ghanaians support me, I was with a friend and I was reading through my comments on Facebook, and the guy said, hey, you read comments? I said, yes. Hey, you are very strong. I read every comment. Look, I read 5,000 comments. If I read, I'll mark it. I know I got here. I'll read everyone. There are some people who only come to insult. They don't even read. They just, Kwame A-Plus, they come and insult. I don't read comments on just my page. I go on other, like Metro TV says something about A-Plus. I come and read the comments. Metro TV says something about Nanado. I come and read a comment. I just want to understand the psyche, the mindset, how the people are thinking at every given time. So I read every comment, and I know Ghanaians support me a lot.
I'm looking at you now. I can't point any musician, whether present or ex, who does what you do. Do you see that happening anytime? So do you think that your line has given any musician or actor that zeal, that impetus to say, I would want to do what A-Plus is doing?
A lot. I introduced everybody from Daddy Lumba I introduced everybody to Nanado. I told them that, listen, this is Nana. I introduced everybody to Nanado without money. Nanado is very much aware. I didn't have to go and say, Charlie, I have money, come and take and let's go and support Nanado. No, I told them who Nanado is, who I believe that Nanado is. I told them what Nanado is capable of doing for this country. I was able to convince them to come on board Nanado's campaign in 2008. I took everybody to Nanado's house in 2007 and said to them that this guy, let's follow him. He has something good for this country. And then Nanado met with all of them. He didn't give them money. They came, they listened to him, his vision for the country, what he has for the arts industry. And that is what opened the floodgates. And that is what has made all the political parties, before we had maybe Nanam Pedu making a statement, Mohamed Okuno wanting to be MP, but people shied away from actually getting onto campaign platforms. We had Yolaka supporting the NDC. But we made it wholesale. We brought it to everybody's doorstep. We made everybody aware that you can be a musician and also have your say in national issues.
Yeah.
And so many people. I put Sarkodie on his first political campaign at Labadi Beach. I put him on Nanado's show. Everybody. You understand? Yeah. And so it is something that it is not what they are not trying to even learn from me, but I have opened the door for them to do what they want to do, and you can see that most people are out there and doing their own thing, making statements.
Do you regret doing that?
Nope. I don't. There is no criteria for talking about your rights in a country.
Right.
You don't have to be. You don't need any form of certification to be able to talk about what your tax money is used for.
Right. Okay.
And there is nowhere in the Constitution that says that before you can talk about things that affect you, your children, and your children's children, you must be a lawyer. You must be a Bridget Otu. You are a journalist. Why are you going to come? You are a taxpayer.
Yeah.
When you want to send money to your relative in the village, just 100 Ghana, government says, I will take tax from it. Right. And people say, no, concentrate on your job. No. I am very happy. And there's one thing that I said to myself this morning.
Yeah.
I've made this whole I'll sue you thing look very normal. I have had too many lawsuits. And everybody, look, you have to, just don't lie about people.
Okay.
And I know what it takes.
How do you get the information on people? How do you get it?
Ghanaians love me.
How do you get the information?
They send it to me. And then I'll verify. And I'll make the authority. The security agencies, they'll tell me. Yesterday, or 3 days ago or so, a police officer called me and said, hey, this person, he's like this, he's like this. I said, I'm going to report somebody to the police. Police is reporting the person to me. What authority do I have? Arnold will say, in your capacity as who?
Okay.
In my capacity as who? So I get a lot of information from the general public, from the person I'm fighting with. If I start a fight with you, somebody will tell me about you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And just going back to the Nanado point, I'll talk about that, but I just want to pick something that Sarkodie said. He said, he tweeted 4 days ago that the people are going through it. We always do. All we ask for is the right environment to hustle and be productive. Now, when he tweeted this, he got a lot of backlash because people said, you should have been more direct and say, now you're asking the government, well, he didn't say, he said, we want the right environment to hustle. Now, the people took him on and said, in Mohammed's time, he said, I'm driving to Mohammed's house. If they don't do this right, I'm going to. Why are you now not being so frank? What's your own opinion of this?
That guy is just being hypocritical. And if he can go straight to Akufo-Addo, I'll go straight to him. Yeah. And
why do you think he's unable to directly call out the government for whatever is going on?
Because he doesn't want to attack his paymasters. Yes, of course. He's enjoying from them, so he's scared to tell them the truth. But you see, there's one thing that people don't know about politicians. Akufo-Addo will listen to me more than people who are hey, no. Akufo-Addo is 77 years old. He's not a kid. He knows who bootlickers, and he knows them. He knows how to use them. And he knows how to use people like Bridget Otu. Nanado can never be angry with me. We learned from him. He didn't tell us that one day when he comes to power, we shouldn't be this. That part was criticized. It was not part of the cause. And I keep telling people, every issue that I have with Gabi Ochredakun is because it's personal. It's because Gabi is the one who took me to MPP. And he was the kind of, we saw him that Gabi will say anything. So we learned from him. He's our mentor. We idolized him. We want to grow and be like Gabi. Now I grew up, I became like Gabi.
And he doesn't like it.
And Gabi doesn't like it. But it was not part of my course when Gabi was training me that do this until this point. And when we get into power, you stop at this point. They didn't teach me. How do you expect me to know? You understand? So Sarkodie, you cannot just come and say, people didn't even pay attention to that. They didn't read this thing properly. He said, we always do.
People are going through it. Yes, we always do.
So what he's trying to tell you that. So he's trying to tell you that, I'm not trying to blame Nanado for the hardship, because hardship has always been there. In John Mohammed's time, before John Mohammed became president, didn't we always do? Were we living in San Diego?
That's a nice way of breaking it down.
Yes. You are telling us that when you were attacking John Mahama, it was direct. John Mahama, why is the light? Why don't we economy? You are making songs. Today you are criticizing Akufo-Addo. They say we always do. Were you living in the Garden of Eden before John Mahama became president? Didn't we always do? So you are trying to go around because there is so much pressure. People say, why are you not saying anything? So let me say something. But you can't trick us. Yeah. No, you cannot.
So it's either you keep quiet or you're honest about what is going on in the country.
You have finished the statement for me. Okay. If you don't want to, and you see, that's one thing people don't know. There is nothing wrong with being biased.
Yeah, absolutely, I get you.
There is nothing wrong.
I mean, I have my biases. Yes. I always tell people that, yes.
There is not, look, I am biased towards Kennedy Japan.
Right.
I will not go and talk about Kennedy Japan's issue. You know the funny thing, Gavin Taylor is a very good friend of mine. And Kennedy Japan, they are fighting. I've pretended as if I have
you haven't seen the question. Okay.
Ibrahim Mohammed and Kennedy Japan, they have their fight. I don't want to know. They are all people that I'm very close to. I am very biased. I'm biased towards the people who like me, the people who understand my ideology, the people who support me and my family. And
support you through it all.
Yes.
Not just when
and
it's
my family. Yes. So Sarkodie can be biased. There's nothing wrong with it. Just support your Akufo-Addo. Support him how you want to.
Don't let people believe you are in the middle somewhere.
No, you are trying to. No.
Okay. And quite recently, celebrities met the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Kofi Dampari, and a write-up came out and said, I had read that they wanted certain privileges to be able to smoke, to do this. I mean, first of all, I want to get your thoughts on the meeting and whether you think that what was discussed was what was needed, or do you think these celebrities even understand the environment within which they work?
we have had so many instances where you say a police officer who has gone for training, become a police, has been arrested for one crime or the other.
Yes.
There are thousands of police officers, and you won't get everybody to be the same.
Right.
And it's the same as musicians. It's the same as lawyers. And so we will not get all the people coming asking questions that I think are beneficial to the meeting.
Okay.
What is not important to me is important to somebody.
Okay.
When I made my point, I heard somebody chuckle.
Okay.
Because I said,
you were at the meeting?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Because I said that the police service shouldn't use remand as punishment.
Sure.
Shatawale won't run away anywhere.
Yeah.
So don't use remand. And I heard somebody chuckle.
Chuckle, I get you.
But when the police were responding to the questions, they said that, for instance, A-Plus made a very good point, and it's that we don't have to use remand as a as punishment, and we are going to look at that. Yeah. So the person didn't think that I was making sense. And that is why when people say, this one made sense, this one didn't make sense, I want to stay out of that. People came to ask what I didn't like was when they made it look as if we went to the meeting to say that the police should allow people to smoke weed.
Yes, that's what I mean.
The person who asked that question is not even a musician. He said he's an event organizer.
Okay.
I don't know which event he has organized. I'm not saying it's not an event, but yes. And this person was saying that when people come to events, they should allow them to smoke their weed.
Okay. So there was a context. The person took
exactly.
Right.
Not musicians saying that we want to go out there and be smoking weed. People were complaining about DV. Of course, they didn't even, I got up, when I took the mic, I made it very clear to them that the easiest thing that you can do in this country is to drive DV. Get up, log whatever, and drive.
Yes.
If police stops Samini and he's driving a DV, the first thing to ask is your logbook, your license. And DV, there are rules. Just know it and drive. Who will stop you? So this whole DV issue, and I understand why they were coming like that. We, in the public, I don't like to drive one car for long. So you buy it, you use the DV, in the next 3-4 months, you want to sell it and buy a new one. So yes, just follow the laws that guide the use of DV and do it. But like you're saying, most people didn't get it that way. So they were that meeting was very, very important. Very important because the police management board said that they're going to look into setting up a desk for the entertainment industry so that you know that if you're looking for a gun to go for a movie, you go here. Okay. If you're looking for police car, you go here. It's a very, very good meeting.
Okay. So Forbes Africa came to Ghana and presented Nanado with a trophy, African of the Year trophy. Do you think he deserved African of the Year trophy?
I see so many people trying to make noise about it, but as for me, even though I'm a very biased person, I am also very principled. Yeah. Ghana Web, this Ghana Web, nominated me, not awarded, nominated me for social media personality of the year. I put it on Facebook, though I was enjoying, I was jubilating, social media personality of the year. And I'll come and sit here and say that Nanado has been awarded, not nominated.
Awarded.
African
of the Year.
African of the Year. He doesn't deserve it. How? That is not right. I don't do my things like that. He deserves it. Okay, he doesn't deserve it. Who deserves it?
We just came out of an election that 8 people died, so it wasn't like a clean election. And they've cited the fact that corruption is also an issue. I mean, there are things that people have mentioned.
So they cite, before they gave it to Nanado, they look at the whole Africa, and they look at who is doing well. This is the Africa we live in. So they looked at the whole Africa. Do you want to give it to the president of South Africa? Over 1,000 people died when Jacob Zuma was arrested. Do you want to give it to the president of Togo? He doesn't have the kind of democracy we have in his country. Okay. Who do you want to give it to? And I believe that Akufo-Addo deserves it. The reason why we complain about Akufo-Addo is that we are not comparing our country to anybody's country. We are talking about our country. And we believe that we deserve better. we believe that we can do better. The reason why Akufo-Addo has been criticized more than any other president is that the marking scheme that people use to mark him is different from what they used to mark other people. The yardstick.
It's not really the case.
Yes.
And John Mahama not the one who has been criticized more than Akufo-Addo. I mean, people.
No, John Mahama now he's white. He's white too.
He's white.
Hey, Akufo-Addo has made him look good. He looks so. He's so good. Whatever he did, it is very difficult to talk about it. He looks so good because people expected. Nobody expected Akufo-Addo to become president, to be compared to the same person they called incompetent.
Okay, I get you.
Today, Akufo-Addo's people are doing a comparative analysis. The John Mahama time, not saying, oh, no, we thought you were better. Okay. Way, way better. Now you are comparing yourself to the guy that you said, we are in school. I come from Achimota to a village school and they expect me to be first. I came last but one. I say, on the hey.
I get
you understand?
Right.
So that is the reason why Akufo-Addo is going through all that he's going through. And the other thing is that 99% of his communicators, 99% of his communicators are always one sentence away from the psychiatric hospital. They don't talk sense. 99%. It's a few people. I don't know why the Nana Kumians are not coming. I don't know why the Sami Okus are not on radio communicating for the party. I don't know why people like Rita Sobaire, them are not. Those people that are left now, that are born, yes, I said they are always one sentence away from Asalam down. I want to give you headlines.
Okay. I think Carlos Ahinkra mentioned that if you cannot pay, if you do not want to pay for the e-levy, don't use Momo. Yes. A statement like that. It's
normal. It's a normal statement by people who are going to opposition. We have seen it. We have been here since 1992. It's normal. When you are going to opposition, you talk nonsense. Yeah.
Do you think the minority will make any headway with this e-levy? Do you think, or the government will push through and tax the people?
You see, the government will definitely meet them halfway. The tax will be introduced. No two ways about it. I remember when Atamils, when was the talk tax introduced?
I can't quite remember offhand.
But yeah, I remember there was one tax and we are talking about now they are going to tax the air. Because it's talk tax, air.
Yes, I remember.
They will definitely introduce it.
CST, yeah.
Yes, they will definitely introduce it, but it will be, maybe they will reduce it to a certain percentage, and then something will definitely happen. However, assuming John Mahama were to be in power now, he wants to introduce e-levy. Comment as Honorable Eslosu. That is politicians for you. Today, NDC is fighting over e-levy. They don't like cathedral. I want John Mahama to tell me that when he becomes president, the cathedral, he will go and stand there and announce that he's going to use it to build the Ghana International Hospital for medical tourism. He won't come and give us excuse that, the people started, so let's continue like that. If you are against
but that's because the Christian community is very powerful. Have you seen how united they are about this LGBTQ? The number of Christian organizations that stormed Parliament, what the Pentecostal leader said that, look, they will demonstrate against any parliamentarian who is against this bill. That's because the Christian community is huge and powerful in this country.
That is democracy. That is democracy. The LGBT community 40 years ago could not stand anywhere and make the noise they're making today. Sure. They've come together, agitated, formed groups, and that's why they are. So the Christian communities are doing what any group will do.
So my point is that it means that if, say, John Mahama gets the opportunity,
he should go and build a cathedral. There is land, plenty land. My problem with this whole cathedral thing is very simple and straightforward. Which MPP person would have supported John Mahama to demolish buildings and build a church there? Yeah. Which MPP person would have done that? All my friends in the NDC, in the MPP, which one of them that John Mahama wants to demolish all those houses and come and build church? Didn't the MPP people start screaming that Atamils has turned the castle into a prayer ground? Yeah. Just praying, they had issues with it. Yeah. Can you imagine what would have happened if NDC decided to demolish buildings and put up a church there. This kind of hypocrisy is just too much. So I've just decided to find a way to maintain my relationship with people. Because this hypocrisy, and NDC will come to power, and I'm saying that they should go and build a cathedral. We need a cathedral in this country. I support it. But I don't know why anybody would decide that you want to demolish. Okay, Cairo, Egypt, they want to build a new city. What did they do first? They built a mosque and the biggest cathedral in the Middle East, 400 kilometers away from Cairo. Why? Because it will expedite. Yes, it will serve as a catalyst. That will bring so many people and development into that area.
What's your relationship with John Mahama?
John Mahama has always been my very, very good friend. And John Mahama and his family, they like me, because even in 2016, there's one thing that NPP people don't know. In 2016, see, John Mahama and his people, they are very nice people. Yeah. They are very tolerant.
What happened in 2016? I want to know.
In 2016, I went to a Nana Akufo-Addo's campaign somewhere in the Western region. Right. And I came back. My car was so dirty, but I had a meeting too with Ibra. Right. And this was in the heat of the election. I had a discussion with Ibrahim Mahama. So I drove straight to him and said, why your car make dirty so? I said, where we go campaign, one come out to people. He just laughed. I said, A-Plus, you people, they worry. But it didn't change anything. The guy, my own MPP people, I will go to Akufo-Addo's house that I went to campaign with your mama. Don't open the gate for me. Don't open. John Mahama and his family and the people around them are very nice people.
Sir Sam Jonah said that there was a culture of silence, and it became a big debate in this country. President Kufuor came and reinforced that very statement and says, yeah, we shouldn't take it lightly, right? And then others make the arguments that if there's a culture of silence, how come A-Plus, you are able to say the things you say? How come?
There is one thing that I've done, and I've done very well.
Okay.
I've shown people a lot of respect. I have not lied about people. So if I have an issue with you and this issue becomes a big one, and you go to cabinet and you go and talk about A-Plus, the president will tell you that, leave A-Plus alone. If you don't understand, go to court. When people say there is a culture of silence, and you see,
it means it's there. People are not tolerant.
I will not insult Otumfuo.
Okay.
I will not. I will not insult Chief Imam. I will tell you what is wrong. I will not insult Nana Akufo-Addo.
But you know, people don't know the difference between criticism and insult. Have you realized that?
Of course, yes. I will not insult Nana Akufo-Addo. So let's say Nanado's governance is not up to my expectation. Do I wake up and insult Nanado? If I won't insult Asamoah for missing a penalty, and I will just be angry that he missed it, I can't insult Nanado. There are some of these people who don't respect themselves and they are power drunk and they think that once you have power, you can do everything. But of course, I think by now it has become very clear to all of them that you do it everywhere. When it gets to A-Plus, don't go there. They know. I just wanted to prove a point. In fact, I've made my point very clear. So people talking about culture of silence, please, we are all in this to make this country better.
A-Plus, thank you very much for coming on One-on-One. I've absolutely enjoyed this interview with you. And
thank you very much for having me.
I'm glad that you honored, this invitation. I look forward to, engaging you on other platforms as well. And
Nana Banamwa said that there are 3 people in Ghana who she listens to, and I'm one. And there are 3 people in Ghana who I will always want to, how do you call it, have an interview with, and will always be readily available when they call me, and you are one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. It's been an exciting conversation. I hope you've enjoyed. You can go on all our social media platforms at One-on-One on Facebook, at One-on-One on Twitter, and tell us what you made of the interview, or just leave us your comments on this. Also, you can also use the hashtag One-on-One. We're back next week. It's the month of Christmas. The month of December is the month of celebration. So we'll try and bring more guests who aren't necessarily politicians, but are in entertainment and other areas that equally plays an important role in this country. My name is Bridget Otu. See you next Monday.